So last night was St. Patrick's Day, and I told myself going into it that I was going to be in control and that I was going to limit my intake to 2 or 3 drinks, a couple beers, go out, have a good time, come home, feel good. And to make a pretty long story short, I failed miserably at that. After 2 beers and a car bomb, it was all downhill from there. I don't even remember how many drinks I ended up having. I actually left Allie and my friends at the bar as I thankfully at least got into an Uber and got a ride home. But I left my jacket with my car keys at the bar. I came home. I proceeded to wake up in the middle of the night, vomit in the sink, as is kind of standard operating procedure, and then got upset and punched the faucet, broke it, and then had to take an Uber this morning to pick up my car, go to work, had a miserable day at work, been crazy depressed all day, ended up talking to my parents for kind of telling my parents that I'm battling alcoholism right now, and depression in general. But the depression is mostly related to the alcoholism, if I'm going to be completely honest. Apparently, in my drunken stupor last night, I told Allie, that I was going to kill myself. Really not good stuff. And I feel like absolute shit today. Have all day, been completely unproductive, got nothing good done today. And I'm done. I'm tired of it. I have to stop. This has to end. And I've talked a lot with Allie. I don't really know, quite what to do. Aside from, I have some options. I've been really thinking about, what's the next logical course of action here to solve this problem that I have been trying to get over for years now. The bottom line is that I'm an alcoholic. It's not fun to say that. I'm not proud of that. And I'm not going to let that define me. So I'm making a drastic change. What I have decided to do, I have identified my weakness when it comes to drinking is beer. I don't really have a problem controlling myself with liquor or wine. It's the beer. The beer is the issue. I just like it too damn much, and it just goes down too damn fast. Virtually every time that I've gotten drunk, in the last few years, with the exception of maybe a few occasions, it's been beer related. And it's because I am unable to control myself when it comes to consuming beer. So, in honor of the 1 year no beer challenge, 28-day sobriety challenge that I completed throughout the months of January and February, I am starting up a new challenge today, March 18th, the day after St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to go 1 year with no beer. And I'm committed. I have to be committed because I refuse to be an alcoholic. I refuse to let my life go down that path, which I'm already on that path, and I can't go down it any further. So a change needs to be made, and this is that change. So from 1 year, maybe leading up to next St. Patty's Day, that can be maybe my reward at the end of the tunnel. I would like to think of a better reward. I'll figure that out over time. You know, what my reward to myself is going to be for doing this. But I'm depressed for a lot of reasons right now, and I think that the main one is this battle with alcoholism that I have been struggling with for years now. I really, really don't want to have to give it up altogether, particularly the wine. I really enjoy a glass of wine with dinner. And, you know, I think that I can handle, I can control myself with wine. You know, liquor still, I mean, I don't really drink much liquor to begin with anyway. You know, I am about to take a job here with Rocket Vodka, which is going to make it challenging to avoid liquor. So, you know, but again, like I said, that's not really a problem for me anyway. I don't actually tend to go, at least lately, I'm not going too overboard on the liquor and the wine. You know, that I'm usually one, maybe two and done. It's the beer that just kills me. And on top of everything else too, I want to get back to another thing that I think I'm depressed about is that, you know, I want to get back to my spiritual self. I need to reinvent my spirit. You know, I've noticed that lately drinking has become an activity for me, which is stupid and ridiculous, and expensive, and quite literally killing myself, or certainly taking years off my life. I feel, you know, cardiovascular repercussions. My heart palpitates, you know, when I'm hungover and or drunk. Just bad overall, and I want to get back to good health. There's nothing healthy about beer at all. You can make an argument for wine, for red wine, you know, with the antioxidants and the like, but there's no argument for beer really being healthy. I mean, I do not need it in my life, at least as long as I have the inability to control it. It can't happen. So I am serious about it this time. 1 year, no beer. I'm gonna do a little, you know, recording like this every day, and just kind of keep track of myself, hold myself accountable, and I want to just, you know, I want to change. There's more out of life than I want. I don't want to drink my life away, which is kind of what I feel like I've done over the course of really the past several years. I mean, I've had a good time, don't get me wrong, but life should not be about drinking. And that's kind of what it has become for me. I'm going to continue, you know, as long as I am able to control myself with the wine and the liquor, you know, I will continue allowing myself that. If that becomes a problem, then I'm gonna have to cut that out too. But right now, I know that beer is a problem. So, you know, rather than cut out the alcohol, the booze altogether, I gotta at least cut out the beer and see how it goes from there. So 1 year, no beer, starts today, March 18th, 2018. And yeah, goes through next St. Patty's. So hopefully, you know, no hangovers, better health, and more positivity, spiritual growth, getting back to the person that you are and that you know you can be. That's what this is all about. So commit to it. Stay with it. Hold yourself accountable. And a year from now, think about where you're going to be. A much, much better place.